What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm a magician with over a decade of experience traveling all over the US and performing my magic. Now in this video, I know some of you guys have watched my previous video and I was promising to make a street magic video today, but unfortunately it just did not work out. And I'm gonna stop making promises on this channel because every time I do, the day that I'm supposed to be doing what was promised just doesn't end up working out. So instead of just saying, oh, this day I'm gonna do the street magic video, I'm gonna just film it in my own time whenever I can, and it'll just be up on the channel, preferably within the next 2 weeks, but just stay tuned because it is coming very soon. I do apologize, guys. But within this video, to make up for it, I will be teaching you guys some magic. Specifically, these 4 aces, I will be teaching you how your spectator can find them. Instead of you finding them yourself, your spectator will be finding them. It's an absolutely amazing effect. Definitely highly recommend adding it to your arsenal. But stay tuned, because in this video, like I said, we're going to be going through the performance, and then right after, I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly how it's done. Okay, so this is a fun magic trick that you can use to fool your friends and family, and maybe even to other magicians as well. You know, when I first saw this effect, I was absolutely baffled by it. So definitely stay tuned, because this is something you're going to want in your arsenal. But you start out with a deck of cards, and you tell your spectator, what we're going to be doing uses intuition, and I want you to let your intuition take control for the duration of this. But I want you to cut off a small packet of cards, maybe about a quarter of the deck. So go ahead and do that. They cut off a small packet of cards, they set it onto the table, you say, that was really good, can you do it again? They cut off another small packet of cards, they set it onto the table, and you say, perfect. I think your intuition has taken control for this, which is absolutely what I wanted. Do it again for me, please. But maybe cut off about maybe half of this deck. It is a pretty small packet of cards left. So they cut off about half of these cards, they set it onto the table, and you say, perfect. And you know what? We have a small packet of cards left. This time I want you to name a number. I mean, somewhere preferably within the middle of these cards, maybe between 5 and 10. So they name the number 8, and you say, perfect. So that's 2, that's 4, that's 6, and that's 8. And you say, perfect. Now, the reason why I think you're a very intuitive person is because if you look at the very first packet, the first packet that we cut to, it is the Ace of Diamonds. Pretty good card. If we look at the next card, it is the Ace of Clubs. If we look at the next card, it is the Ace of Hearts, and you could have named literally any number, and you chosen the number 8. And if we look at the top card, it is the Ace of Spades. Okay, so this is the tutorial aspect of the video, and as always, if you guys enjoyed the performance and don't necessarily want to know how it's done, check out some of my other videos. But for those who want to know the secrets, I'm about to go over it right now. But for this, you will need the 4 aces, and what I do is take 2 of them and put them on top, and 2 of them on the bottom. And it doesn't have to be in any specific order, you can have it however you want, but 2 aces on top and 2 aces on the bottom. Now, at this point, you can go over a few different false cuts or a few false shuffles if you really want to. It's not necessary, but you can do them if you want. And I have my previous video teaching you guys how to do some of those false cuts that I went over, so definitely check out that video if you guys want to know how to retain the order of a deck of cards using cuts. But this is where we go into the performance. The first thing you'll need to do is riffle off maybe about a quarter of the deck, and you're going to slip that first ace on top of the deck and hold the rest of the cards with a pinky break. And I'll also be making another video regarding pinky breaks as well. But essentially, to go over it very quickly, you're going to hold the deck in mechanic's grip, keeping your pinky on this hand down, putting the rest of the cards on top, and you're holding the cards with a pinky. Okay? And that's essentially what you do. Like I said, I'll be making a video to go over it very soon, or you can check out some other YouTube videos that go over it, but I'll be making a pinky break tutorial very soon. But essentially, yes, the cards will be sitting on top of your pinky, and you'll be describing to somebody that I want you to go ahead and lift off about a quarter of the deck. A small packet of cards, quarter is fine, whatever you want to do. And you literally are lifting off above that pinky break, and you're holding the cards back towards yourself, and you're letting the spectator do it. And they can literally pick off wherever they want. And because you put the ace there, it's already set up. And then you take the cards that you were holding and put them right back on top. So now that packet is already set up and it has it there. You do it again, you tell them, okay, I want you to do it again. They take off another packet. This packet already has the ace on top, so you're already cleared on that aspect. Now you have the 2 aces on the bottom. You do need to get one of those aces on top of the deck. So what I do here is an overhand shuffle, but I hold the bottom card. So if you haven't seen an overhand shuffle, it essentially is this, right? That's an overhand shuffle. But with the 2 aces on the bottom, what I do here is I hold the deck like so, and I peel off the bottom and the top card by holding it with my thumb and my ring and middle finger. You're gonna get 2 cards, and then you can shuffle off the remainder of the cards until you get to the last card, which is an ace, and this goes on top. So again, just for demonstration, 2 aces are on the bottom. You're gonna slip off the top and bottom card, shuffle off the rest, and as soon as you get to that last ace, you're going to just drop it on top. So now you're in a situation where you have an ace on the bottom and an ace on the top. So now you tell them, I want you to do it again. And they do it again. Oh, and another thing I forgot to keep in mind is when you're doing this specific shuffle, you don't have to necessarily say, okay, I'm gonna shuffle the deck. You just, casually do it as you're talking to them, telling them, complimenting their intuitive abilities, all that stuff. So you don't necessarily have to draw attention to the fact that you're shuffling the deck, you just shuffle it. But you tell them again, I want you to take off a small packet of cards, maybe half of these cards. So they take off a small packet. And now you're left with an ace on the bottom. Now what you need to do here is you need to get that ace onto the bottom, from the bottom to exactly the 7th position. So this ace needs to go 7th from the top of the deck. How do we do that? We do that exact same slip cut as before, holding the top with your thumb and the bottom with your ring and middle finger. You slip off the top and bottom cards, and then you're gonna strip off and count to 6. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest of the cards are gonna just be dropped right onto the bottom. And now, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's in the 7th position. So, when you're done with that, you tell them, okay, we have a small packet of cards, and I want you to name a card that's roughly in the middle, maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10. And whatever number they name, if it's 6, 7, 8, or 9, this is perfect. Most people are not going to name the numbers 5 or 10 because you do say to them, I want you to name a number between 5 and 10. And this is a clever way of doing it. And I forget where I learned this specifically. If anybody knows it, please leave a comment down below. But you cleverly tell them to name a number between 5 and 10. Instead of just saying, name a number between 5 and 10, you say, we have a small packet of cards here. Preferably name a number of a card in the middle, perhaps maybe even between 5 and 10. Name a number between 5 and 10. So at this point, they can name 6, 7, 8, or 9. So if they name 6, you just deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the next card is the ace of spades. You could just drop the rest of the cards on top. If they name the number 7, even better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You put the rest of the cards off to the side and the ace is on top. If they name the number 8, this is a very clever move. It is, instead of counting 1 by 1, you're gonna basically count in pairs of 2. So you go 2, 4, 6, 8. And this is a clever way of getting that ace still on top, even if they name the number 8. If they named the number 9, you count in 3s. So 3, 6, 9. And even then, the ace will be on top. Okay, so just to go over it one more time, if they name the number 6, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, put the rest of the cards on top, and the ace will be there. If they name the number 7, you can literally just count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the ace will be there. If they name the number 8, you count in pairs, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and the ace will be there. If they name the number 9, you will go in 3s, so 3, 6, 9, and the ace will be there. So to just go over this performance one more time, and obviously you have the aces on top, which will obviously be used within the reveal, but to go over the performance one more time, for those of you who haven't fully grasped it yet, 2 aces on top, 2 aces on the bottom of the deck. You can go ahead and do some of these false shuffles right here. Maybe even a few false cuts, whatever you want to do. You don't have to do it, but I like to sometimes. You tell someone, I want you to go ahead and lift off about a quarter of the packet, and right then and there I slip the ace to that position, a quarter down. You tell them, I want you to lift about a quarter of the deck. Go ahead and do that. They lift a quarter, you say, perfect, I want you to do it again. They lift off another quarter, you say, perfect, you're doing an absolutely amazing job. And whilst I did that, I slipped the top and bottom card and left the ace on top of the deck and the bottom of the deck. And you say, perfect, I want you to do it one more time. They do it again, and you say, I think you're doing an amazing job. You count to 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop the rest on the bottom. Card is now in the 7th position, and you say to them, okay, I want you to name, well, this is a small packet of cards right here. Name a number somewhere in the middle, maybe between 5 and 10. So they name the number 8, so you say, okay, perfect, we're gonna count 2, 4, 6, and 8. And you know, I think you're a very intuitive person, and the reason why is because if you look at the top card, this is an ace, blah, 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 this is an ace, and you could have named any number, this is an ace. And that is the end of this tutorial. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed that performance and tutorial. This performance fits my personality the most because I am a mentalist more often than other performance categories. So this fits me the most because it uses the spectator's intuition, and you're letting the spectator kind of decide the journey of how this goes. And you're kind of giving them a chance to explore their mental capacities. So this is honestly a beautiful routine for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And again, just like the intro, I will be trying to make a Street Magic video very soon, but I'm not giving you guys a time frame again because I just don't want to disappoint you guys. So I'd rather just surprise you guys one of these days with a Street Magic video, and you know, it's going to be a banger, I believe. But anyways, without further ado, I will bid you guys farewell, and I will see you guys Wednesday at 3 p.m. with another video. Thank you very much for watching.